Alright, hello everyone. My name is Noe Calpito from BSIT 21, and for tonight, it's already 1:53 a.m. And I already did my skincare, so please bear with me. So yeah, so for tonight, I'm going to explain the outputs of the given instructions by our professor. This is for our midterm requirement. So meron tayong 3 or 5 problems that we need to resolve using Java programming language. So the first one is the student quiz performance evaluation. So for this, ang goal nito is to evaluate a student's quiz performance using OOP and plain arrays. So what are we going to do? We are going to make a class student that contains a field string name, meron integer array quiz scores that in-store niya yung 3 quiz scores since array siya. 3 indexes. Yeah, so from 0, 1, 2. So since, yeah. Ayan. Yung class daw ay dapat meron ding constructor na ini-initialize yung name and then yung array of quiz scores. Dapat meron ding method compute average na nire-return yung average ng quiz scores. And then meron ding method na display info that will print the student name, yung all quiz scores, and the computed average. So for our main class, na meron tayong dito, we have to create a one student object, and we will let the user to input their name and the 3 quiz scores. Afterwards, i-call natin si display info na method para ma-print yung mga details na nilalagay natin. So for our student class or class student, we have this class student and then the variable's name and then the variable quiz scores. So since this is an integer array, so dito meron siyang 3 indexes yung array na yun. It contains 3 indexes from 0, 1 to 2. Yeah, 0, 1, 2. And then after nun, dito yung constructor natin, si student object na i-call natin mamaya sa main. So si student ay merong parameter na name and then the quiz scores na i-initialize natin dito. So yeah, initialize din natin siya inside the object. This name or this dot name is equal to name. This dot quiz scores is equal to quiz scores. So itong buong to, so itong ina-highlight ko ngayon ay i-call natin mamaya sa main class natin. After nun, we are going to compute the average using for loop. So si compute average, meron tayong i-assign natin. Mag-assign tayo ng value kay sum, which is 0. And then throughout the loop, meron tayong for loop dito. Ibig sabihin na to, kung ano yung input na score ni user, ira-run niya yon sa kung ilan ang value na meron si quiz score. So since si quiz score ay isang integer array at meron siyang 3 indexes, ira-run natin yung loop ng score na i-input ni user ng 3 beses So, ang mangyari dito, since the current value of sum is 0, kung ano ang i-input na score ni user, for example, nag-input siya ng 25 over 25, i-assume natin na si sum ay i-add doon sa score na in-input ni user. Tapos, kung ano ang magiging sum nun, ayon ang magiging current value ni sum. Kunwari, 0 plus 25 is equal to 25. So, ang current value ni sum ay 25. After nun, pangalawang beses naman, tapos na tayo sa first loop natin. First index ng loop. Yeah. So, after nun, ang current value ni sum ay 25. I-add naman yon sa score na nakuha or sa score na in-input ni user for the quiz number 2. For example, meron din siyang nakakuha siya ng 20 over 25. Si 25 i-add mo kay 20 at kung ano magiging result nun ayon ang magiging current value ni sum. 20 plus 25 is equal to 45. So, ang current value ni sum ay 45. Tapos na tayo sa pangalawa. After nun, punta na tayo sa pangatlo, which is 45. For example, nag-input ulit si user ng score na 25 ulit. 45 plus 25. 70? Tama. Tama ba? Basta. Tama ba? Iyan na. 45 plus 25. Ayan. Kung natin, 70. Ayun na magiging current value ni sum. So, tapos na si loop. Ang gagawin natin is i-return natin yung current value ni sum at i-divide natin siya sa 3 para makuha yung average. So, ipaprint neto yung ipiprint nato si sum divided by 3. For example, 70 divided by 3. Kung ano ang magiging result nun, ayun ipiprint ni program. After nun, punta na tayo sa void, sa method na display info, which will allow the user to which will display the input of the user na i-input nila sa main na class natin. So yeah, we have the system out print, student name, plus name. Ito si name, in-input to ni user sa main class natin na papakita natin mamaya. After nun, system out print, your scores are as follows. Then, yeah, may another for loop na naman tayo. So, ang gagawin lang dito is ililista yung mga scores na nakuha or in-input ni user. And then, for the last one is ipaprint naman yung computed average ng quiz scores ni user. So, let's move forward to our main class. So, I used import Java util scanner, which allows the user to input string characters like yung mga letters, and then it allows also the numbers. So yeah, ito yung format niya. It is standardized format. First niyan is syempre is the introductory message. Welcome to student quiz performance evaluation. Then enter name of the student. So yan, after nato ma-print, i-input si user ng name niya at i-read naman yun ni program. Ito siya. Kaya meron tayong input next line. Tapos after nun, the integer naman, enter quiz scores below. Since naka for loop din siya, etong for loop magpiprint muna siya ng quiz, and then etong since naka for loop siya from 0 to 2, kasi 3 indexes, 0, 1, and 2. Etong after ng quiz, meron siyang plus na naka open and close parenthesis I plus 1. Since ang current value ni I is 0, so for the first time na maglo-loop is 0 plus 1. So mangyari dyan, quiz 0 plus 1, which is 1. Quiz 1, tapos i-add natin si colon. After nun, mag-input si user ng score niya, and then i-read naman ni program. After nun, ang current value ni 1 is 1. Sa pangalawa na tayo, 1 plus 1, quiz number 2. Tapos input is si user ng score niya sa quiz number 2. And then for the last one, quiz plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. Tapos mag-input si user ng score niya, and then i-read naman ni program, and so on. Ayun lang siya. Ayun lang yung process niya. So, eto na. Iko-call na natin si student class. So, in order for us to call it, kailangan natin ng new student tapos yung parameter na name and score na nilagay natin dito sa student at sa ginamit natin dito sa na ginamit natin dito sa main class. After nun, i-call natin yung field niya. Field ba tawag dito? Yes, i-call natin si display info para ma-print yung information or data na nakapaloob dito. Ang haba. So, let's try to run. It's already 11 minutes. So, yeah. Run natin siya. Control 11. Ayan. Welcome to quiz student quiz performance. Tama. Performance evaluation. Oh, no. Wait lang. Ayan. Enter tayo ng name. Okay. No, we need. Enter quiz scores, for example. Anong sinabi ko kanina? 25, 20, tapos 25. And 20, 25. Yung average score ko is 23 since naka-integer tayo. So, kapag naka-double to, magiging decimal tong 23. So, since naka-integer lang tayo, whole number lang siya, walang decimal. So, next problem. We have to create a product weekly sales summary which summarizes the monthly performance of a product using plain arrays. Actually, same lang ng ginamit kong syntax. Itong mga ginawa ko dito. Ang iniba ko lang mga variables. Yeah, mga variables, yung mga initialization. Dun ko iniba siya. And kaiba lang dito is naka-double to. So, this will allow the users to enter decimal type of string character. Ayan, meron tayong string product, double sales is equal to new double. We have the 4 arrays. This is a 4 array, yeah. And then the product, initialize natin siya, ito yung constructor natin na, ayan, string product, double sales, this product is equal to product, this sales is equal to sales. After nun, i-compute yung total sales. Ang current value ni sum ay 0. Ginamit din natin to. Ibig sabihin na ito, kung ano ang value na i-input ni user. Kung ano ang i-input na, kunwari, benta every week ni user. Ira-run niya yon sa kung ilan beses. Sa kung ilang value ang meron si sales, which is 4 times. So, for example, nag-input, ito yung parang na-explain ko kanina. So, for example, naglagay tayo ng 4,520.5. So, si sum plus 4,420.5. Ayun maging current value ni sum. At magra-run yun throughout the loop ng 4 na beses. And then, i-return natin kung ano ang value ni sum. After nun, our method, display info. Yan, product name, i-print sa kung ano ang product name na i-input ni user. Afterwards, yung sales, just like what we did kanina. I-list lang niya lahat ng sales na na-input ni user. And then, for the last ay yung total sales. So, for our main class, I just use main 1 tapos main 2 sa iba since bawal tayong magkakaibang pangalan sa classes. Bawal tayong magkakaparehas na pangalan sa classes. I also used Java Util Scanner. Then, let's try to run this. It's actually similar lang siya sa first na ginawa natin. So, I'll run this. Yan. Enter product name. For example, Julie B. Yan, Julie B. Tapos, nakakuha ng sales natin ay, ano ba? Kunwari, mayaman tayo. It's an emerging or like emerging company, no? 25,000 point 25. Yan. 20,000. Tapos 25,000 point 50. Tapos 2580 point 90. Ayan. Ayan, kung makikita nyo, naka-peso sign din tayo. So, ayan yung total sales niya for like 4 weeks ay 95,891.55 pesos. So, that's for the problem number 2, which is the product weekly sales summary. So, let's move forward to problem number 3, which is the athlete event time analyzer. So, ang goal dito is to analyze performance by determining the fastest event time. So, eto. This is different compared to the previous ones na ginawa natin. But, still the same format. Ang pinagkaiba lang dito is yung for loop na ginamit natin. So, ang ginawa ko dito is, since naka-double ba to? Yeah, we have to use double. Ito double then. Yes, double. So, yeah. So, we have to use the double array. So, ang ginawa dito is, dito muna tayo sa athlete na ano. Sa for loop, ayan, meron tayong double best time is equal to time. So, ang ginawa natin dito is, sinet natin yung first input ni user as the best time na kailangan siyang i-compare natin siya sa mga next input ni user. For example, nag-input si user ng 1.2 seconds. Yeah. 1.2 seconds. Tapos, yung next input, ayun 1.2 second na yun. Since wala pa siyang na-input na second, third, fourth, ilang attempts pa to? Basta ilang yung susunod attempts niya. Wala pa. So, ang magiging best time muna niya is yung first na na-input niya, which is the 1.5 seconds. After nun, kapag nag-input siya ng 1.3 second, since naka-time is less than best time is equal to time, mapapalitan yung value ng best time sa kung if ever na mas maliit yung next na time na i-input ni user. Since ang goal natin dito is yung fastest, so kung mas maliit na value compared sa previous na in-input ni user, ayun ang mako-consider or ayun ang magiging value ng best time natin. So, after nun, i-run lang siya ng ilang beses. 4 times. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 times. From 0 to 4. Yeah. I-return natin si best time. Since ang hinahanap natin is yung best time. So, kapag kung ano yung pinakamaliit na oras or pinakamabilis na oras, ayun ang i-return natin. So, makikita natin siya later on after natin ma-explain yung main class natin. So, actually, same lang siya sa mga previous na ginawa natin sa main classes natin. Ang pinagkaiba lang dito is yung kung statements within the loop. So, let's try to run this. For example, ay, ba't nandito ka? Hindi ikaw. Ito. Ayan, athlete. Athlete name. Nominal. Attempt 1. Ito yan, si attempt 1. For example, nakakuha ko ng 2.9 seconds. Tapos, attempt 2, meron tayong 2.0 seconds. So, ito yung na-explain ko kanina. For example, ang first attempt mo ay 2.9. Ito yung magiging initial value ni best time. So, kapag nag-input ka ng 2.0, ang 2.0 is less than 2.9, meaning to say, ito mas mabilis to compared dito. So, oh no, wait lang. Best time 2.9, 2.0. Yan. Meaning to say, since mas maliit nga tong 2.0 sa 2.9, ibig sabihin na mas mabilis siya. So, si best time mapapalitan ng value. So, ang magiging value ni best time ay yung mas maliit na value na in-input ni user. And kapag nag-input ka ulit ng mas mabilis na oras, for example, 1.5, mas mabilis si 1.5 kaysa sa 2.0, ayan yung magiging current best time natin. Ito si 1.5. So, for example, nag-input naman siya sa fourth attempt niya, nakaano siya 2.0 ulit. Ayan. 2.0 ulit. Since mas maliit or mas malaking value itong 2.0 compared kay 1.5, iba-bypass lang niya. So, ang still value pa rin the best time is 1.5. Yeah. So, yan na. Mag-input ulit tayo ng mas, for example, ito na yung best time ni user. Naka 1.0 lang siya. 1 second. O, diba? Ni-return niya si 1 second kasi ayun yung pinakamaliit na oras na na-input ni user. Diba? So, that's for problem number 3. So, for our problem number 4, we have to create a book review rating collector which will determine the overall reception of a book. So, dito, ito yung class book natin. We named it, or may variable tayong book, and then naka-integer siya. So, whole number lang siya. Wala siyang decimal point. And then we have the 4 arrays. So, may parameters tayo ng book and rate na i-call natin siya sa main later on. Then the double average, just like what we did sa first, I think first yon, yung may division, kukuha natin yung average niya, average rating. So na yan. Ayan, i-run natin or i-display natin. No, i-run natin yung input ni user na ratings ng 4 na beses. Then, after nun, kung ano yung current value, ipagpa-plus-plus nyo, i-add nyo lahat. Ayun yung magiging current value ni sum. For example, 4, 5, maging 9, tapos 9 plus 5, 14 plus 5, 19. 19 divided by 4.0, since hindi. Ba't naka to? Yeah, 4. Ayan, 4. Ayan na yan. Since naka-integer lang tayo. Ayan, sum divided by 4, 19 divided by 4, malalaman natin mamaya. So, and afterwards, ito yung display info, i-call natin or ipaprint natin si book, and then the average rating. Also, we are going to print the rate of the users. Ayan, user rate, tapos sa main, ano natin, alright, let's try to run this one. Okay, ang book name, let's say Harry Potter. Yeah, enter your rating for user 1. Ayan, sa user 1, same lang siya sa ginawa natin. Pinagagawa natin sa previews. User 1, ang rating niya is 5. Oh, fan siya ni Harry Potter. Si user 2, sabi ni user 2. Okay siya, pero parang gusto ko pa ng book ng another season. So, 4. Ayan. Si user 3 naman, medyo hindi siya into fantasy or like magical theme na book. So, nag-input siya ng 2. Ayan. Pero, yeah. Si user 4 naman, it's like user 1, fan na fan siya. So, ayun. Ba't naka-double? Wait lang. Okay. Live coding tayo, guys. Wait lang. Naka-double ba tayo? No, hindi naman naka-double. Oo, tama naman. Huh? Okay, nagre-record pa. Sige. Next in... Yeah, tama. So, anong mali? Nakasave ba to? Entry... kaya pala eh. Ayun. Int. Yan. Since ang hinanap natin is integer. So, ayan. Let's try to run it na. Harry Potter. User 1. 5, 4, 2, 5. Ayun, kanina input natin. Ayan. The average user ratings is 4. That's it. That's for our problem number 4. And lastly, problem number 5, store monthly income. So, gagawa tayo ng summary ng financial performance ng isang store over half a year. So, para naman sa class store, ayan, same lang yung syntax na ginamit natin. So, meron tayong double sum. Dito, ginamit natin yung pera. So, input ni user yung pera sa every month. At kung ilang beses yon, 6 na beses. Dahil ayun yung value ni income. Which is double 6. Meron tayong 6 array. This is a 6 array string. Double string, yeah. So, ayan. Ipa-plus lang yung value ng sum sa i-input ni user. Ang current value ni sum is 0. Plus, yung input ni user, for example, 45,000. Yun magiging current value ni sum. And, iraran yun ng 6 na beses hanggang sa marating niya yung total sales. I-return natin yung sum at ayun yung magiging value ni total sales. So let's try to run this. Ayan. Ayan, napansin ko lang yung mali kanina. So, ayan. This is your store monthly income report. Tindahan ni Aling Puring. Let's say, baba na natin yung value. 25,000. 22. Sige, 25,000. 0.8. 25,000. Point. No. Plus. Yan. 5. 20,000. 6. Yan. Ayan. Ayan yung magiging output niya. So, ayun lang. I think that's for problem number 5. At makakatulog na maayos. Yes. But yeah, I'm still going to create a PDF for this whole syntax for these problems. Yeah. And then, i-screenshot ko na lang to. Since ito na din yung kulang ko. Yeah, wait lang. Print. Okay. Thank you so much. Ayun lang.